Hi, everybody. This is Felicia, and I'm coming to you today with one of my favorite photos, and that is a photo of my favorite beach, which is Bodega Bay. And for those of you who are in California, you know where Bodega Bay is located, and you also know that Bodega Bay is the same area where Alfred Hitchcock filmed the movie The Birds. Anyway, I really like that beach. That beach is very beautiful, you guys. If you haven't visited Bodega Bay, you have to visit it. So it's a really small town, but the waterfronts and everything are really beautiful. And maybe one of these days I'll do a video of the starfish that were there. The starfish were as big as dinner plates. Ooh, and it kind of gave me the creeps a little bit because they were that big, but for the most part, they were really beautiful. Anyway, I'm doing this layout. As you can see, I started out with two photos, but then I realized that because I'm working with a 5x7, that I should just go ahead and do just one photo. The kit I'm working with also here is from the Scraptastic kit, and the vellum is not from the kit, but in that piece of paper right there, I forgot where that paper was from, but it's not from the it is not from the Scraptastic kit, but I'm going to just use a couple of those pieces. But the Forever, which is up there, it's a little plastic Forever, that is from the kit, and the paper that I'm working with there is also from the kit. And the camera is from some bits and pieces that I've had and another pack, and the blue arrows there, those are also from my Freckled Fawn kit. So in that piece right there, you see me cutting that white piece with the hearts on it. That is from the Scraptastic kit. So what I'm doing is I want to put that vellum on the back of this, and I thought it would be a cool look, and so I went ahead and I mounted it, and it turned out to be pretty cool. I like it, and I'm going to probably do that maybe sometime in the future with some other pieces that are like that. But I'm cutting the vellum in the shape of that banner there. So now I decided I would pull out a bunch of my rub-ons because I have a rub-on collection there that I really need to get through. So I decided to pull them out and work with it on this layout here. And that tag that says Happy Valentine's Day, that also came in the Scraptastic kit. It it said Happy Valentine's Day, but Valentine's Day is over, so I decided to just use it and kind of tuck it down in where you couldn't see the Valentine's Day part. That little puffy cloud came from out of my kit, and so did that yellow circle. I thought I'd bring a little bit more pop to the layout, being as the layout um, is kind of masking with the, or blending, I should say, with the waves there and the beach water there, because it wasn't really a sunny day that day, but it was still pretty. It was great to go out there. So I'm lining up that Forever because I don't want the fur it to cover, it has that F that's hanging on the edge there. So I figured it would be good to put it on the edge. And then I'm putting on some rub-ons here right now. And I'm going to be putting on quite a few rub-ons in this layout because I want to I want to use them up, but I also thought it would be a good challenge for me to try to figure out how I would use them. So in that case, that's what I decided to do with the rub-ons there. And I think the rub-ons are from Kaiser Crafts, and I got those a long time ago, and I'm surprised they really even work, because sometimes if you keep rub-ons too long, they won't work. But these do. These work really well. Some sticking bits and pieces in there. And the title of this layout is going to be Forever and Ever Bodega, because I had wanted to go out there for so long. And when I finally did, it's about almost 2 hours from me right now, but it was worth the drive because we got to drive through Napa and Sonoma, which, if you guys are familiar with California, it's wine country. It was beautiful. The landscape was just awesome. So if you ever get a chance to come to California, go to Napa and go to the beaches. You would really like them. So there I am there putting on some more rub-ons there. And I think that particular rub-on is from a different set. So, and I cannot remember exactly where it was from because after a while the packages get a little mutilated, so you can't even read the names. I'm using my glossy accents to glue down those arrows so they'll stay put. And those arrows have two sides. And the side that I wanted to go with the layout matched the layout better than the other side. So that's why I decided to flip them over and use the kind of like, I guess it's a frosted look, I guess. I'm not sure. But anyway, it worked. So now I'm pulling out some more rub-ons there. Rubbing them on. And they come off relatively well. You just got to make sure you get a little bit of the, every bit of the detail of the rub-on there. And that tool that I'm using is a rub-on tool. It works awesome. I've had it for a little while, and I used to use popsicle sticks a lot, but for some reason they kept leaving those little marks on the paper after you've rubbed on the rub-on. With that tool, it doesn't do that. It's a little like a little ball in there, and so you just kind of rub it around there. And then the other end is to scrape anything that gets on and any rub-on residue. So there, I'm pulling that off. And I'm really liking the way the rub-ons look. And it's so funny because the washi tape looks like a rub-on, but it's not. And I was looking at that going, oh, that looks like a rub-on. But I really like that washi tape as well. And that came from the Freckled Fawn kit as well. Have to use the glossy accents to glue that forever down because those little plastic, the quick dry doesn't work as well. And it does pop off later. So you got to have something a lot stronger. So that's what I use for that. Used a Zot for that and for sand. And now I'm using some of these smaller alphas, and those came from Studio Calico. And I'm putting those down. And they're going to say Ever Bodega. So the whole title is Forever and Ever Bodega. Getting them situated on that little tag there, and they're just the right size, and I have just the right amount of room to put those alphas down. I was gonna outline them, but it would have took away from the layout, so I changed my mind. So I have more pictures and more photos of beaches, and so I'll be scrapping those as I go. And there I'm using some of the Twine and Ink enamel dots. I'm using the white ones there. Putting them, arranging them in a little small cluster like. Putting that down there. Okay. So now I'm going to journal, and I'm getting a little bit more comfortable, as you guys noticed, with journaling directly on my page. I'm glad this has audio mute because you won't hear me talking to myself as I'm journaling. That helps me not make so many mistakes. So I have to actually talk as I'm journaling. So I'll put the right thing now. Now I'm going to use a little bit of Mr. Huey's Calico White, sprinkling that down, and I'm done with this layout. Well, thank you guys for watching, and take care. Bye-bye.